Small retail. Salon is B2C, right? Small retail. So it's already available in retail stores. How many? Physical retail. Distributor. What the exact question should be? What can Korean consumers right now buy alright in Korea? Can they buy it? Is it available? That is the answer to my question, whether it's now operating. You just said B2B, right? So that's business market, but for consumer market, is it available already? Or you are planning a new, so to say, market extension strategy? It's obviously not the new entry, right? Because they already in B2B, right? And now you want to serve better serve the consumer market. Is this right? Yeah. Which one is your host destination? Okay. Are you ready to share some ideas? Folks, how about sharing? This group goes silent. So, I mean, this is actually this kind of discussion on our final assignment, right, is already in preparation, for your final assignment. So it just gives you an opportunity to discuss, some time to discuss and to further your assignment, and also to get some feedback from teacher, okay, and also from other colleagues, other classmates, right? So you can revise your own goal planning, okay? So today's the first time we talk about all right, and we take a look at the cultural impact, right? Social cultural impact on, all right, which is a beauty brand, okay? So beauty products, right? In your chosen host destination. So let's start out with this group, yeah? Change a little the sequence, okay? And the other groups are very welcome, to give some comments here. So maybe you say which is your host destination, okay? And whether Allright is currently active in that country. Yeah, so are you doing a new entry strategy, or are you doing a market extension strategy? Okay, so please share with us, okay? And then to answer our question today, what is the social cultural impact? What do you mean by environmental awareness? Okay, so you are explaining why you choose Canada, right? So the motivation to choose Canada is because you think Canadians care a lot about environmental protection, right? Okay. So please, if you think so, you need some numbers. Yeah, in your final assignment, right? You need to have some citation, some information source. You cannot just say like that, okay? You can say, okay, there are some surveys, that have been done, and according to the findings, and you have to quote, which survey, Yeah. Canadians are highly environmentally aware. Okay. 比较有资讯来源的，对，哦，所以翻译上面一定要提一下资讯来源。Okay. Good. Okay. So environmentally aware. Okay. 就是说调查还是什么西藏研究公司啊，找媒体报道啊。OK， 继续讲。Is there any social cultural elements that you think impact very much your marketing strategy in Canada? Huh? High living standards. Okay, high living standards. For example, what does high living standard mean?
Canadians have higher incomes.
Okay, higher incomes. Can you give me a number? Yes, you have to be very precise in your marketing strategy. Yeah, not only say, okay, they have higher income, this is a high income country, but maybe you can tell me what's the GDP per capita? Yeah, what's the GDP per capita if you say this is a high income country? Right? Yeah. Okay, average income, you can say average income, average salary, for example, how much is that?
67,000
What is that, per year?
Yeah, per year.
Per year, right? And then maybe you can translate that into US dollars or maybe Taipei. So we all have an idea how much that is, right? Okay, so you need to come up with some indices to give us an idea how much of an high income, okay? So how does this income, high income, impact your marketing? What does it mean? What's the impact here? For example, better quality? What do you mean? You mean the Canadians are demanding higher quality? They can afford higher quality? Okay. Higher income usually, how does it impact our marketing strategy? High purchasing power, higher income. Does it have anything to do with our pricing strategy? Does it impact our pricing strategy? You think? Higher prices, yeah? Higher, maybe more premium products, right? More opportunity to sell premium products. By the way, Allright is premium, right? Yeah, so Allright is definitely not an economy brand. It's pretty expensive, right? But anyway, choosing Canada as a high-income country is suitable because our pricing, right? Our pricing, Allright's pricing is actually premium pricing. Yeah. So from that perspective, it makes sense to go into high-income countries, right? But it does not exclude, emerging markets. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there as well. Good. Thank you to this group, and yeah, let's jump here. Jump to here.
We're free to talk anything.
Yeah, sure, but stick to social cultural impact. What's your host destination?
Okay, our home destination is UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Okay.
Okay. We choose here because they also low IDE culture.
Low IDE.
So which is quite similar
Okay.
to the other Asian countries.
Okay.
Because here they also mainly focus on the family values,
Yeah.
the respect, and also the hospitality. And we choose here because they have a quite high living conditions. Like the GDP per capita is about 50,000 USD per year.
50,000 USD per year. Okay.
So they have enough ability to purchase for a premium product.
So it's double that of Taiwan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
And we also decided here
Almost double.
because they
So you choose, this group also chooses high income country.
and also share the same values because they are
Sharing the same value as Taiwan?
like they also the collectivism society.
Collectivism, okay.
So it's quite not really challenges for us because we can adapt some kind of marketing campaigns or
Mhm.
the way we I don't know how to explain, but it's gonna be save our resource.
I see, okay. So in your final, in your planning, right, you would have to give some, for example, IDV scores. If you say it's similar to Taiwan, right, then you have to give me, the IDV score of Taiwan and UAE, okay?
Check.
Mhm.
And for the economic analysis, we think they are an ideal place because the tax, if the product, for the domestic product, the tariff is just 5%.
Okay, that's another topic, okay? Now we only talk about social,
Social.
cultural,
Social.
for economic the pricing strategy, we will talk about that in a few weeks. Okay, good. Yeah, we will go into each one of the 4 keys. Okay, good.
For language, Arabic
Yes,
is the
yes.
official language and English is also widely accepted.
Is it so? English is the official language also?
It's not an
there?
official language,
Yeah.
but it's widely accepted.
So-
Like on the street with the panel, the signal, the instruction on the roads, everything gonna be used with Arabic and English languages.
Okay, so are Arabic people fluent in English in everyday life?
They are seen as fluent because most of the population is not that big, but they also welcome a large amount of expats who live there.
Expatriates, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
expatriates.
because the question here, of course, language, right? Of course, plays into or impacts our communication strategy, right? So do you think we would have to produce new commercials or produce, adapt, our communication in UAE, or we can use the same advertisement, for example, that we use in in Europe, for example, or in the US.
In order to touch to the Arabic, the local people should adapt their language.
You should adapt.
Yes,
So
in
you
this
would,
case Arabic.
yeah. So you would come up with an Arabic version, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And okay, we got IDV score of UAEs. They are ranked at 38, while Taiwan is 17.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Any other cultural elements that you think
Yeah, well-
need to be discussed?
Yeah, because the official religion
Yes.
is Muslim,
Mhm.
and they tend to focus on the family values and the size of the families are multiple generations live together or nearby.
Oh, still. Okay.
It's the,
Does it have any impact on your marketing?
in the marketing campaigns, we think that if we choose some tend to focus more on the family values, can touch them, can reach.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Okay, talk a lot about values, but you just said, right, for example, family size. How would family size or social formation, right, social units, right, size of social units, how would it impact any of our 4 Ps, for example? For example, product, does it have any impact?
Yeah, they do. So if we can invest on R&D for the product that for different generation, different target customer, like the men, women,
Okay.
children.
Okay.
Also, like some product to make the hair black for the
Oh,
older.
okay,
Also a good
good.
way.
That's a good idea, right? Yeah. Quantities, right? Packaging sizes, right? If you say in UAE, about 3 generations living under one roof, or maybe close by, right? Or under one roof in one household. In marketing, we say household. Okay, the household size, right? Has a huge impact, right, on content. So how big, how much, content should be in one? You look at that, right? All right, right? I mean, the volume is pretty big, right? It's suitable for big families, right? Yeah. Versus single households. So if you just had one single household, one person in one household, all the items must be, or packaging must be very small, right? Yeah. And that would again have an impact on pricing, isn't it? Everything is interrelated, right? Product pricing, right? Okay, good. So here they said a lot already. They're going in the right direction. Let's jump over there. Thank you very much.
We choose
Germany, okay. Okay, so again, similar to this group here, right? You would have to cite the information source, right? If you say 65% of German consumers, they are customers, right? Yeah. They buy sustainable or choose or prefer sustainable products, right? So where does this figure come from, right? You would have to tell me in the final assignment, okay? So 65% is a very high percentage. Yeah, it means very high level of environmental awareness, similar to that group. They say it's in Canada, it's the same, right? Okay. Yes, family structures. Yeah, okay. Mature. Yeah, households are getting, average size of households getting smaller. Aging society, so what's the consequence here for our marketing? Yeah. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, yeah, you need to provide more details here. Okay, to more explicitly tell me, how you think cultural differences or German culture, right, would impact your marketing decisions. Thank you. And the last group here. Yeah.
Our group choose Korea as a home country.
Okay.
For
Host country.
Yeah. A host country.
Yes.
So the first factor of that is social factor.
Okay.
And we invest indicate that Korean really value their appearance and also about the beauty culture time, and also talk about the hostage index, also quite the same as Taiwan, the high PDI. So we don't have to localize their marketing campaign a lot. So also we also have the change in customer like the buying habits of Korean people. They almost also their online shopping habits also high after COVID-19, and
Very good.
yeah, and
Shopping habits.
yeah, so we
Buying
also
habits,
relate to
store preferences. Okay.
relate to the way that the enter method that alright can choose when they enter Korean market.
Right.
And the cultural preference of Korean customers also value the premium quality, and they really value the sustainable product, and also carbon neutral.
Environmental
so
awareness
yeah.
is given.
So alright already have premium quality as good as we know, and also but alright have to balance the eco-friendly with the visible efficacy, because Korean people focus more on the appearance. For example, alright can localize how to make the hair still more better, softer, for example, to suit with the Korean culture. And
This is making very good points. Okay.
yeah, and second thing, we want to talk about economic factor, because Korea is also high income country with 33,000 USD per year.
Similar to Taiwan.
Yeah, so some competitors play as mainstream role of mid and higher level in the beauty market. For example, Professor just say about L'Oreal,
Yeah.
and also P&G, and also some local brand in Korea.
Yeah. Well, of course, P&G and L'Oreal, they cover different segments, right? So they
Yeah,
have,
that's what I mean.
they have low price, consumer brands, all the way to luxury segment, right?
Yeah.
How about Alright?
Alright,
How
with
is it?
alright price and also quality and also the sustainable,
Yeah.
it should be positioned in the
Premium, right?
level, yeah.
Premium, but not yet luxury, right?
Yeah.
It's premium, so right
Premium.
below luxury, yeah?
Yeah. And also, according to one paper, the natural cosmetic market in Korea is expected to reach 2.8 billion in 2000 in the end of this year, and also good point for alright to expand more in Korea.
Okay, so they make a good point, right? Koreans spend a lot of money on beauty. They are willing to spend. So income is just one index, right? But how much of income do you spend on this specific category? That's another question. Some people like to eat food, having good food, right? Or travel. Yeah, but Koreans, okay, obviously the beauty industry in Korea is very substantial, right? Yeah, so that's a quite interesting point.
Yeah, and about political factors, according to with the current trade war about tariffs, but it's not affect the relationship between Taiwan and Korea so
Okay,
much. So
okay.
the tariffs is stable. Yeah.
Okay, so that point is actually, we'll discuss, you can bring up that point when we talk about pricing strategy. Yeah, whether or not there are tariffs, all of you have to investigate that. Taiwanese products enter Korean markets, is there any kind of tariff, non-tariff barriers? And how much is it, right? Because it will have an impact on pricing. Good, very good, yeah, for reasons of time, I close up here, right? And just give you some more hints or suggestions what you can think about, okay? Social cultural elements impacting beauty brand entering host destinations, okay? Think about beauty perception. Okay, so this is culturally influenced, right? So what is defined as beautiful when it comes to hair? Okay, hair care, for example, right? Because in different cultures, there are different beauty ideals, okay? And that would have an impact on how you formulate your product, right? Because obviously, when you take a look at the website, right? I've listed, it's on the whiteboard there, right? Allright is currently producing shampoos, yeah, the main product, right? Toothpaste, hand cream, perfumes, yeah, that's the main product, right? Okay, so what are the beauty ideals, you know, in your corresponding host destinations, right? Social structures, we've talked about this a little, right? Family size, because it would have an impact on, for example, product packaging, right? Quantity, right? So how much one bottle, you know, if you have 5 people per family using this product, you know, it's a bigger family, not versus single households, right? Okay, so social structures, family sizes. How about perceptual preferences? Charlie just mentioned it, right? This is very important when it comes to beauty product, right? What fragrance? What are the preferred fragrances? If you take a look at the current product range, right? They have, for example, I can see from the website, right? Green tea, yeah. They have coffee, right? And what's the third one? Wild rose. I can see it on the website, right? Yeah. So this kind of perceptual preference, is it welcome and well accepted in countries like Canada or Germany? Well, green tea, you know, can German people accept it, right? Yeah, it's popular here, right? And it may be okay for Korea and Japan, but how about Germany? Or do we have to develop new fragrance for Germany to adapt, right? Okay, so this is what I mean by perceptual preferences, right? Consumption habits. So where do people buy? Usually go shopping. Where do people usually go shopping for this kind of product category, right? How do they buy it? How often do they buy it, right? So do you buy shampoos when you buy your groceries? You go to Carrefour, PX Smart, right? And then you buy your groceries and you buy some shampoo. Or would you go to specific specialized retail stores to buy shampoo, right? So what are the consumption habits of local consumers? Because this will have an impact on, for example, your channel strategy, right? Yeah, do you sell your product, all right, you are selling products through the local supermarkets, yeah? Or they have to open their own stores, specialized stores, right? Or online or offline, right? Yeah. Okay, what are the expected customer benefits? What does the customer expect in terms of shampoo, for example? Is it a product to clean your hair? Or do they also expect medical properties? For example, maybe solving my problem, you know, having, you know, I don't know, you know, maybe my scalp problems, okay? Anti-dandruff, for example, you know, if I have this kind of problem, okay? So this is where beauty product, you know, would be merged with medical product, right? There are different kinds of properties all in one, similar to L'Oreal, which I just mentioned before, right? Okay. Income levels, several groups mentioned it already, right? Don't forget about competition, competitive analysis. Okay, so who are the and this is a green label. Okay, so who are the green cosmetic labels in your respective host destinations? Okay, those are your direct competitors. Okay, communication culture and cultural values. Thurston's group has talked about this a lot, right? It will have an impact on our communication campaign, right? What message we convey, you know, to the local customers, how we convey the message, what kind of endorsers we would choose, you know, to transmit the message, etc. Okay. Good. And what about in addition to product, right? This is obviously tangible product, but don't forget about service component. Do you think service we can extract, you know, or provide additional value-added services here? Yeah. So what kind of services, right? So this is a kind of extension, product extension, and also a possible differentiator, right? You can differentiate, maybe not through your product, but through your services, okay? And service will entail customer value. So what kind of services could be offered to customers? L'Oreal case has shown us, right? They have innovative services, right? Like this virtual reality, right? Yeah. So in terms of, all right, okay, what can we offer? Yeah. Okay. Look, so just give you some ideas here. Okay, there's a lot to talk about, right? Any feedback or questions so far? I want you to keep up your work, and even after class you can, you know, assemble or reassemble what we have talked about to refine your strategy. Okay.